Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, April 29th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation to do just that, to take a break in your day and just breathe, to stop all of the activity for a little while and center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name. When we come together for Take a Break, Take a Breath, I share some reflections on a reading from Scripture, which then forms the basis for some prayer and meditation time. Lately, I've been working my way through the Gospel of Luke and inviting you to see yourself as one of the characters in the story. Today's reading is Luke 10:38 to 42. It's the story of Mary and Martha, and we often combine Luke's version with John's version, where Mary and Martha are the sisters of Lazarus. And the story, in the way that Luke tells it, this is Martha's house. It's not Lazarus' house. Lazarus isn't even a player in this. And Mary and Martha are those who invite Jesus to come and be with them. So if you haven't already done so, I invite you to go to a quiet place in your house and close the door if the room has a door, and settle into the chair and allow yourself to relax into that chair. Just fall into it. Allow all the muscles in your body to relax in that way. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. As you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. And as you breathe in God's peace. As you breathe out all of the things that do not give you peace, all of your worries, your fears, your anxieties, the things that you have on your list to do, your sense of obligation. Breathe in peace. Breathe out all that does not give you peace. And as you continue to do that, consider that God's Spirit and God's presence is falling on you, is touching you. Become aware of God's Spirit in your mind, the presence of God bringing calm and peace in your brain, letting everything settle down. Consider the presence of God's Spirit touching your face, your brow, the muscles around your eyes, which sometimes get squinty when we are stressed, the muscles in our jaw, how we clench our jaw sometimes. But with the presence of God's Spirit, all of those muscles relax. Consider the presence of God's Spirit on your neck, touching the muscles in your neck, unwinding the tensions that are there. And then the presence of God's Spirit moving into your shoulders, so that the relaxation in the muscles of your neck move into your shoulders and down your arms to your hands, and your hands open up. Think about God's Spirit moving into your chest, your lungs, and your heart. Breathing breathing stays deep and calm and peaceful. Your heart rate is steady but resting. Notice that God's Spirit is touching your abdomen and the muscles in your stomach relax. And the things that have been creating upset or jumpiness in your stomach are settling down. Now pay attention to your back. Feel the presence of God's Spirit in your back, easing the pains from the burdens of the day, relaxing the tensions that you carry around. Consider that God's Spirit is touching your legs, relaxing the muscles in your legs, and moving all the way down to your feet. God's Spirit is touching every cell in your body and all of who you are. In your mind's eye, go to a house in the days of Jesus. Who will you be? Will you be Mary or Martha or someone else who is a dinner guest watching all of this unfold? Martha has invited Jesus and his disciples to come. They're all together. Mary sits at Jesus' feet. Martha's busy getting everything ready for the meal. Martha comes to Jesus at one point and says, "Lord, do you not care that Mary is leaving everything for me to do?" Almost as if to say it's not fair. It does kind of seem that way, doesn't it? She asked Jesus to tell Martha to help, or Mary to help. Jesus answers her, "Martha, Martha." Saying her name with care and compassion, that's the way I hear it. Mary has chosen the better part, the one thing that matters, that can't be taken away from her. As you're watching this story, consider how women read this story if you're not a woman. Martha doesn't get recognition for all the work that she's doing. And she's stuck, or she's working in a traditional role. But Mary's silent in this story. She doesn't engage in back and forth. She doesn't speak anything. She's not someone who is sent out like the male apostles are. It's a struggle sometimes for women to read this story and think about it. What questions does it raise for you? what concerns about the brokenness of our world does it raise for you? What prayers would you want to offer? I'll be quiet while you talk with Jesus about these things. Then the time comes for the conversation to end. If it's not long enough, you can come back to it later, or you can press pause. You say goodbye or end it in whatever way is appropriate. And you allow that image to fade away and to bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Let's take a break, take a breath for Friday, April 29th. Our reading was Luke 10:38-42. I encourage you to read it a couple more times and try to see it from different perspectives or through the eyes of different people in this story. If you have feedback for me, or if you want to talk or pray with me, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.